Hey, there we go. The stream is alive. Howdy. Hello. How are you guys doing? Angus and Jerry. AB. Now we need to be followed by somebody who starts with C. I know Sandra, there we go. It's almost similar pronunciation. Hi guys, how's it going with you this week? Hope everything is as stellar as can be. It's good to be back, and we're having a little bit of deja vu with this one. It's Roselia, Spotlight Hour, for the second time in 3 months. So, I know most people are a bit like, why? What is the deal? But actually, Roselia, we know, is quite a solid Pokemon, to be honest. So I don't think it deserves as much hate as is necessary. But what we will... I was going to say what we'll do is we'll put a Mega Sceptile down, but I spelt it Speptile. No matter. Let's get that Tier 3 Mega on. Nashay J, lovely to see you. And Mike Griffin, how's it going this evening with you? Hope you had a good weekend. How's everyone doing after the whole Fuecoco Com Day bits and pieces and the Gigantamax bits and pieces as well? Angus is all set and ready for Paris Go Fest, I believe. Fantastic. Talking about Paris, we looked at this and double checked on the ticket bits and pieces. When you buy stuff, there is an extra day that you can buy, which is an extra day of city experience for Paris and New Jersey Go Fest. I don't think it's the same because obviously Osaka gets 4 proper days of Go Fest. But you can buy a Thursday city experience add-on for New Jersey and for Paris, which means you can technically go and play for 4 whole days in Paris and New Jersey for your Go Fest, which I think is quality. They did something very similar for the tours and the Go Fest last year, which is nice. Neon, good to have you on the stream. We're doing pretty damn well here, thank you very much. Quite a nice day. Something fun, actually, since you guys are here in the stream. We didn't obviously make a video for Dynamax Jawber Max Hour, but our very first battle gave us the Dynamax 100%er, which is something I really wanted to chase, and really happy that we picked it up. So that is being worked on to get to Tier 3 on all the max moves, and we'll level 50 it on the stream. In fact, shall we just do it before I forget? There we go. Because I usually forget about powering stuff up anywho. It is level 50, and we'll evolve it. Who else we got on the stream? Melissa, lovely to have you joining us. Sorry to hear that you've messed up your back. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Team Mystic all the way from Wales. Whereabouts in Wales? Good to have you here. Jeanette P, hello again. How's it going? Brandon, good to see you, dude. Isn't there some kind of transport disruption? I think I've heard something about, I don't know if it's trains or something over the course of the Saturday and Sunday. But hopefully it shouldn't be too much of a disruption. Exotic Hunt 14, welcome into the stream as well. How's it going with you? There's a few bits and pieces around. I don't know, do I want to burn my max particles? I've kind of already burnt my max particles today by powering stuff up. So we can't do that, but we have our Mega on. We'll put our incense down in 2 minutes as well. David Preston, good to see you. How are things? Telepathy as well. Hello, how are you? And we've got Ultimate Elite all the way in from LA too. How's it going? Actually, why am I catching them? Key things to note if you're here, obviously the regulars who do either Spotlight Hour streams or who play the Spotlight Hours themselves probably know, Roselia is going to be a 1 in 512 rate, so we're not looking at a boosted shiny, unfortunately. I don't know if we picked one up the last time when it was streamed, in January. I think it was. So we'll have to see how it goes today. We might as well have a little look-see. It's a Gen 3 Pokemon, hiding somewhere in the decks now. Here we go, Roselia. We have seen 5,500 of the damn things. And if we look at all Roselia, we've got plenty of shinies. What's this one starred as? Oh, that's a Hundo. Okay. We have quite a few shinies, not including the ones we've evolved or hatched, because obviously it has a pre-evolution and an evolution. And that's the switch over. Let's go catching, because it's never a bad thing to pick up more XL candy for these sorts of things. Charlie, Lucy, hello, how are you? I think we're all good over here. It's actually, anybody in the UK or Northern Hemisphere, it's starting to get light. You know, there's still some good daylight now that we start these streams, and it honestly feels so much nicer than streaming in the dark. Honestly. Way, way better. Oh, nice. Telepathy nabbing a Mankey and a Chansey. Well, congratulations. Two you do not need. What's a little bit annoying with that is if that Chansey had just waited another week, you could have got yourself a Dynamax shiny. I reckon the RNG could have lined up. And congrats, Renoir, good to see you in the chat as always. Congrats on your shiny Larvesta hatch. Goodness me, what tier of egg did that come from? Because it's still in all tiers of eggs. So that's insane. Diana Jim, hello, good to see you in the chat. How are you doing? Well, actually, we can go and enjoy Walpole Park for a bit with the Spotlight Hour. Goodness me, unbelievable. 5 kilometre egg. Absolutely bossed it. Really nicely done. Oh, we have a 10 kilometre egg about to hatch. See, I went out for a walk yesterday evening just as the event was finishing, and I put the 10 kilometre egg in to incubate at 8 o'clock and like 20 seconds, so I missed the quarter egg distance, which was my bad. But did anybody have any joy with shiny Charcadet? Because I got zilch. The only thing that came out of the egg hatches was you saw the shiny Bonsley, but we did hatch an XXL Charcadet, which hopefully can win a showcase somewhere. Able to catch 125 Roselia. Tommy, good to see you back in the stream. How are you? In fact, that reminds me, let's whack down our incense. No joy on the Charcadet for Lincoln Prime. I should have put the daily incense on, but hey. We might as well do a route. Let's do a loop. And let's quickly do the buddy hearts, shall we? Give it a golden raz and we're good. Jerry 7 kilometre egg is nice. I saw a lot of people having good luck with those 7 kilometre eggs. I stuck firmly with the ones that came from Pokestops, which possibly was a bad idea. There we go. Let's get catching. Rian, good to see you in the chat. How are you? And Ale, yes, it's 6 to 7 p.m. tonight. Your local time is Roselia Spotlight Hour. It's just begun here in the UK. But funnily enough, there was actually a Roselia Spotlight Hour, if you scroll back about 2 months. The middle of January, there was a Roselia Spotlight Hour then. So this is the shortest window they've had a repeat Spotlight Hour, whether that's deliberate or whether it's just they forgot. I think the latter might be more likely. But it's not the worst. Having Corsola and Charcadet and guaranteeing 7Ks over the 2s, and yeah, the 2s and 5s dropped so much. It was ridiculous. Really difficult. Constantly getting rid of the 2 kilometre eggs, and we found yourself just hatching ducklet and why not all the time. Saw JC's videos like, yeah, I'm staying away from stops. Fair dues. Pavnoko. Paul, hello. How have you been, mate? Very good to see you. When's your park slot? We're sort of going to be in the park sporadically because of podcast commitments and stuff like that, but we'll likely play on the Friday. Get the content done earliest. So this route goes up here. Okay. Meg Floof, a good evening to you. Hope all is well. Got me a lot closer to the platinum egg badge. That quarter egg distance on those 2Ks. Yeah. You were burnt. The thing is, I burnt through so many incubators and got basically nothing in return. So I need to restock on incubators for what feels like the first time in 6 months. Something crazy. There we go. Neon, too kind. Too kind, thank you very much. Good, thank you, but over 200 event eggs. Oh, ouch. 9 Charcadet. See, that ratio's scary. I can count on like one hand how many Charcadet I actually got. Freaky. And 0 Charcadet. I did think 9 Charcadet out of 9 hatches would be a bit too much and you'd have said something, but 0 for 200. There we go. It's going to be one of those mons. It's just become exactly like Larvesta, except Larvesta and Volcarona are somewhat useful as Pokemon in various ways. I don't think Armarouge and Surulege are actually that particularly good. They may have some PvP relevance, but you know me, I don't know PvP. I very much make it my business not to know about PvP. Does Barcelona have lots of stops? Video Game Master, if you want to have a look at Barcelona, I highly recommend having a look at Barcelona City Safari that we went to in 2023. Barcelona was a really good place to play, and they didn't boost any of the stops or gyms for that event, apart from adding in the special EV Safari hat things that you had to go to. So we've got a video or two on the channel from that one back in 2023 October, and it was just around the Timber Community Day experience. But yeah, Barcelona was a solid place to play. Very good. The expedition incubators finally came in. Yes, if you've been saving those incubators for all those times. Going on holiday this weekend. Oh, nice. Enjoy the sunshine. And actually, I know it's holiday. Depends if you're going to play or not, but there is the Arch and Catch Mastery. So if you're checking out for field research tasks, you'll get plenty of those in Barcelona, that's for sure. Barcelona's back in 23. I know, it feels just like yesterday, but it's been, over a year. It's kind of freaky. But that's why I'm actually so looking forward. We've got Milan in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Really going to be happy to go back to do a city safari. I think a bit of hop-on, hop-off bus action in Milan is going to be needed. That is for sure. Spicy, Icy Savage. Quality name. Welcome into the stream. What do we think about the Bug Out event announcement? Honestly, I'm going to kind of sort of agree with you, is that it's a better bug type event than we've seen in a very long time. A new Pokemon added into the wild, I think it is. I guess we could actually just double check the news. Bug Out, here we go. Boosted Shiny Chance and Wurmple and Venipede. Take that with a pinch of salt. Sizzlipede, the Radiator Pokemon, makes its debut. You'll be able to encounter it in raids and time research and via lure modules, so an excuse to do lures, I guess. But I did see the spawn list. It's another chance to go for Nimble which is quite a new shiny and a really, really good one that people want to chase. So that's where that sort of event is actually okay to not have like a brand new shiny drop, because it has a shiny that got released a matter of weeks or maybe just over a month ago, and it's like it's another boosted chance to go and get that in the wild. I think that's honestly quality. Taking the Eurostar to Paris on Thursday, back to London on Sunday, very short trip. That won't be dissimilar, Angus, from what we're going to do, or what I'm certainly going to do. Oh, a tiny Roselia. Fantastic. How lovely to see it. Thank you, Charlie Lucy, for dealing with that, by the way. Picked up a Hundo Natto off incense. Nice, Mike. Fantastic. How do you stock up on Pokeballs? Spin as many stops you can do, but to be honest, if you're going to Barcelona, if you have a Go Plus Plus or some other kind of spinny thing, spin the stops constantly. But if you're looking to stock up just ahead of going, spin the stops that you can do and open your gifts as much as you can do as well. Those are really the only ways that you can get those items. Are the shiny odds boosted? Max Young, unfortunately not. Spotlight Hours are never a boosted shiny event unless the Pokemon itself is a perma-boosted one. So, for example, if we had... what's a perma-boosted shiny? Is a Sneasel. Johto Sneasel is a perma-boosted shiny Pokemon. If that had a Spotlight Hour, you'd be seeing a lot more shinies of that coming through because of the increased encounters. But for most Pokemon, including Roselia tonight, it is a 1 in 512 ratio or so. So that's where you see, if people get a shiny on Spotlight Hour, it's actually G's, because it's a bit of a rarity. Personally, we're just going for a bit of an XL candy grind. Get some stuff there, you know. Can't wait for Milan and Paris this year. Paul, are you going to go to both? We'll have to try and find a meet-up point in somewhere in Milan. I'm not quite sure when and where. I think they're doing a social or something on the Saturday night in Milan, from what I've heard. Briefly chatted to Vince, they're still trying to find a location or something like that. I think Paris might be a bit more sorted. I'm not sure which way around. Is there anything exciting in this direction? Not really, no. Fantastic. Oh my god. Stop it, Roselia. Stop it. Doing both. Fantastic, Paul. Looking forward to seeing you over there. In both circumstances. What items should I delete to free up the item space? Delete berries. Berries, you'll find yourself stocking up on those super quick. And actually freakishly quick. Also, just go through and delete any of your purple, orange or pink potions, I would say. You can kind of just keep the blue ones. That's the best option. And double check, if you raid quite a bit, double check your TMs. After doing the QRM session for Go Tour Global, I was like, why is my bag full? I've deleted all my berries, I've deleted all the Red Bulls, deleted all the potions. And I found I had 300 of each TM. I had 300 fast and 300 charged. I was like, what on earth am I doing? Crazy. Oh, we got a shiny. Oh, fantastic. Is that a level 1-er? 24 CP? Yes, thank you very much, game. And we'll go for a blue ball on it because it's got kind of a blue flower on it. Quality. Really nice to pick it up. That makes up for the one that was in January. We didn't get anything on that one. Little level 1, 24 CP, a shinny 1-star, but nice. And the encounters, 56-26. I will very much take that. Thank you very much, people. And it is indeed that level 1 sparkles. I like my level 1 shinies. There's something a little bit more zesty, you know. Quality. Now we don't have to stress about it. I was actually going to say something to Neon, and Jerry has quickly filled in. So, Excadrill is by far and away the best Dynamax counter. That's why there was a Max Monday for it yesterday evening, and that is why it's still in the rotation. You'll be able to see there's a couple here. If you haven't got Dynamax Drillbers, get a few of them sorted. They're going to be the best tank, the best defender, and the best attacker. Because Raikou is weak to ground only, and also Excadrill will resist all of its moves. But there is a little counter guide on the channel. I put it up last night, so if you want to have a little bit more of an idea about what's going to go down with the event. Do I have the ability to do one? Sure. Let's just pass the time, shall we? And what we'll do is we're going to find a mon that we can drop in here. If you're able to do so, and you're, for example, not stocked up on Drillbur candy, do a Dynamax Drillbur, and then go and do another one and drop the Dynamax Drillbur you just caught into the power spot, because it should give you extra candy, and then you can recall the Pokemon at any time you want. That should help out. Definitely little collector's mon. Absolutely, Charlie Lucy. Who else is a little level 1 collector out there? It's always a really pleasant thing when you get it on like a com day as well. A little level 1 shiny. I definitely won't be transferring that one at the end of the day. I'm not sure if I picked up a level 1 Fuecoco on the com day, to be honest. Boom. See you later, sunshine. Nice. And 786 is the 100%er for Drillbur from Dynamax that you want to see. But anybody who is able to do a Gigantamax Venusaur over the course of last weekend, that's a pretty good tank as well, because grass does resist electric, I believe. But best not to use it as an attacker. You want Excadrill as the attacker. Let's see if it can be Dynamax. Never had a Dynamax outside of Go Wild or the Legendary Raid Hours. And that is 716, not shiny. Give it a silver pineapple. And let's go. Fantastic. Get it caught. But it's worth also, if you can trade, that's the thing, I know not everybody has access to trading, but if you can swap them, then swap them. Why the hell not? Coupon King, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I know one crazy Florida guy. It's a quality name. I'm sure JT Valor would definitely approve. Got one shiny G-Max Venusaur on Saturday. Nicely done. Congratulations. We did nab a shiny Roselia, actually. It's tempting to do the Beldum, but it's not meta-relevant. I need the I need the particles to power up the Drillbur, the Hundo. In fact, I can show you. I do a counter guide on the channel if you're not sure, but if you want a quick little scope, go to your battle parties. Dynamax, Raikou, battle team, all Excadrills. But then again, I will say the IV chase, if you're somebody who's not going to do constant battles and you just kind of want to get 3 done, really the IVs don't matter too much. It's the max moves. And I replied to some of these comments. Should we go back through Walpole? Should we? Are we able to drop? No, we can't activate. It's a shame. I thought we could overlay or cancel out the regular incense. Perhaps. Let's finish the loop of Walpole. Since we've got some daylight, might as well. But if you're sort of lacking on resources and you've only got this week to kind of power stuff up, choose an Excadrill to be your attacker. So you give that max mon level 3 attack. Then you can choose another one to give max or as much defense as you want to. And then you can choose a third to give max heal, the spirit. So you kind of divide the moves up between 3 Pokemon rather than having everything powered up on 1 Pokemon. And then the others are kind of just not having any max moves powered up at all. There's some sort of strategy in there somewhere. Let me check and see if we had any reportes of a 100%er or not. We'll have to find out in a second. Oh, we got our 10-kilometre egg going off. And we picked up a 2 as well. Of course we did. Let's see. Oh, what it's going to be. Oh, it's a Larvesta. That's a good hatch. Not a 100%er, but something good for a trade. I'll have that. Oh dear God. Do I have an egg from the Charcadet event? I don't think so. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna have to plonk that in, and then we'll get rid of the 5. There we go. tiny Roselia. Lovely. Hopefully it caught. It did not. Great stuff. Why is Roselia so annoying to catch sometimes? In fact, let's have a little look-see. Did we get any? No 4-star goodness and no Hundo. But the search string saved. There we go, slowly loading up. My spare phone is throwing a hissy fit. There we go. Neon, nicely done. Ooh, Dynamax. That's what we call it. It's a bit like Hundo. Combine the shiny with what the mon is. So Dynamax Drillber, nicely done. Definitely show it off in Discord. Charlie Lucy's absolutely right. Want to flex. That is for damn sure. I might as well do the Drillber that's here as well. What's the Hundo for Roselia? That's a difficult thing to say because it's a wild spawn. So the perfect IV combination, depending on the level of a Pokemon, will result in a different CP. It's not like when you do a raid battle or hatch an egg or do a research task, because when you do those, you encounter a certain level of the Pokemon. When you do research tasks, it's always level 15. When you do raids, it's either level 20 or weather boosted 25. When it's in the wild, it could be anywhere from level 1 up to level 30. So we have no idea, really. Have they nerfed the cluster here? It feels like there was a lot more Pokemon. Well, there should be a lot more Pokemon. Do you think Dynamax battles would ever be remotable? They're difficult to say because Niantic have really dragged their heels on replying to anybody about, you know, when they made shadow raids remotable during the course of one event, and now they just haven't said anything. So, I don't know. I think they might keep Dynamax sort of locked, but they probably open up shadow raids at some point, hopefully in the future. Because that was very nice. It would be nice if we could, like, you know, send one remote. Feels like some clusters have been nerfed. It really does. Not nerfed, I mean, obviously they open up for com days, etc., but for Spolare there used to be absolutely huge clusters at various points of the park, and now seems a bit tricky. Have we caught them all? No, we haven't. But no, it'd be nice if we could have like one remotable max battler, as it were. There we go. Got everything. I'm going to do the Drillber. Why not? Let's burn the particles. But a dead mon in the team. Fantastic. Nearest botanical garden is an emolga nest. Ooh, that's quite a nice spicy nest. Particularly considering if you didn't get the shiny of it on either Unovator, which obviously nobody did because the shiny rates were shocking, or the Go Fests of last year. It was originally featured for Sendai and then for Global, of course. We've got two quite good nests here. So Walpole is currently a Tyrant nest, which I love. I love that shiny, love that mon. And then Lamas is actually a Drillber nest. But I don't know whether the nests are due to rotate this Thursday or whether they're staying in for another cycle. We'll have to see. But the new event is starting on Thursday, which is cool. It's going to bring in shiny brooksish, a very good excuse to drop your incense and have a little bit of a wander around. Really looking forward to that one. Let's see. Dynamax, will it be? That is a question. Very likely not. A bam. No, it's not. And really bad as well. 757. Significantly far off of the 100% you want to see. Still haven't got the first shiny Tyrant. Oh, Remoir. Don't worry. It's a next tour event. Kalos. It's probably going to be featured in the GoFest spawns in somewhere as well. Who has invited us? Oh, no. No remote raiding. Thank you very much. Hopefully it gets featured at some point soon in an event. Oh, and this route takes you over that different bridge. Okay. Interesting. Nicole, welcome to the stream, first and foremost. Do you think there'll be an XL transfer candy bonus anytime soon? I really hope there is, because we haven't had one of those in forever. Genuinely, the last time we had a candy XL transfer bonus that I can properly remember was Shink's Community Day in 2021, where they said you'll get like 3 times more transfer XL candy for throwing stuff away during the com day. I threw away about 300 Darkrai and got like 700 XL candy. It was beautiful. But ever since then, it's like, oh, it's regular candy. Like, you know, the Spotlight Hour bonus is double transfer candy. If it was double transfer candy and XL candy, I'd be happily throwing stuff away, much like yourself, and saving the legendaries for almost a year. Honestly, the best strategy for those, there isn't really one you can do, apart from just hopefully trade them, but you can only do 1 trade per day for special legendaries, of course, and then you've got to bin it solo and just hope for the best. It is a tad irritating, I've got to be honest. People offering shiny Tyrants. Shiny Tyrants are plenty. I have some from New York Go Fest, have some from various different places. If I ever bump into your Remoir. And now we've got to visit Francesco at the end of the route. Let's exchange a gift. We're going to change it though, because we want something. Oh no, okay, I pushed the wrong button. No matter. Where's our gift from? It's a Japanese rock. Lovely. Did we get something? Oh good, the gate is open. I can escape. Because now Warple Park's a little bit dark. I need to complete the route. Complete the route. And we're good. I think that's the first... Oh, no, it's the 5th time I've done it. There we go. It's Javier. It's a thing called time zones. As you can see from the top left corner of my screen, it is currently 6:28 in the evening here in the UK. So it's always 6 to 7 p.m. your local time. Not everybody plays at the same time of day. That's why it's always a joke that the Kiwis, the New Zealanders and Australians, because they get to experience every event first. So they always get the broken bits of the events. They're the unpaid beta testers, as everyone says in the community. I did indeed, Charlie Lucy. It's sort of like burnt into my brain over the years of doing the podcast of just, saying it incorrectly as a joke. Yeah, we're based in West London. That's where we're playing from, Spider Soldier. Looks like a fun spotlight hour. It's not too bad, you know. Even though this is the second Roselia spotlight hour this year already, because we had one in January, honestly, as a little bonus, you know. It's a good mon. Solid grass and poison type Pokemon if you want to get a team of them. Actually, considering that Tapu Koko is going to come into the raids fairly soon, Roselia is actually a really solid counter. Well, if you evolve it up to Rosa Raid, of course, that is. If you don't, you're a little bit stuffed. I sincerely wouldn't suggest battling with just Roselia. That's some serious revs given on that Citroen. God damn. Somebody cannot drive. I can't walk either. That was a bloody massive hole. Jesus Christ. Kindly ask for no friend codes in chat. I'm obviously, playing Spotlight Hour. Not adding people from stream. Not doing any raids tonight. If you wanna get involved with Raid Hour, which is going to be streamed tomorrow, you can go and drop a comment over on the Fue Coco Community Day vlog. Include your in-game name and your friend code on there. Quite a few people have already done that, which is fantastic. I'll be going through tomorrow morning and adding people from those comments for the Raid Hour. But don't spam your friend code in chat. It's going to get you nothing apart from a deleted message and possibly a timeout. Thank you, guys. Thank you, mods. Actually, which is Tapu Koko, isn't it? Tapu Koko. So you've got a variety of counters once the birds have disappeared, because that's an electric fairy type. The one that is double weak to poison is, I think, Tapu Bulu, because that's a fairy grass type. But that's not coming back into the cycle. For some reason, Tapu Koko is. Not quite sure why, but Niantic does Niantic. It's like anybody who's going to do one of the city safaris, not just Milan. You've got Mumbai, you've got Singapore, which JT is going to go to. Mumbai Pokédaxi will be in. And then you've got Santiago in Chile, which is where Tony TM is going to go over. So there'll be a good range of content creators across the globe, which is lovely for us to all go and see what the videos are like. But the raid boss that's going to be at the time of those events is going to be Heatran. Because anybody who played a city safari over the course of the last couple of years, they don't do special raids for these events. They're just spawns and Pokestop stuff. So whatever the raid cycle is like at the time is exactly what you're going to get when you go to the city safari. And to be honest, Heatran, it could be worse. I remember Barcelona, we had the brand new shiny Guzzlord at the time, which made for a very funny challenge video for Pokédaxi. It was me and Awesome Adam, and we had to go and just raid stuff, which wasn't exactly good for an hour. But hey, all in the name of content. Isabel, congrats, nice, lucky to get. The Raikou, fantastic. But it is coming as a Dynamax mon this weekend, and if you've got the right Pokemon, the right stuff, honestly, you should be able to duo that thing. I'm probably going to see a few people hitting the solo on that one. Because unlike the birds, the Dynamax legendary birds, we didn't have the perfect counters for those. We really wanted the rock type, and we didn't have one. This time for Raikou, we have got Excadrill, which is just significantly better. But even when it comes around to Entei, probably in April, we've got G-Max, Kingler, Blastoise. You could use Excadrill again if you wanted to. There's even the Dynamax Blastoise. It's water types basically for that one. And then for Suicune, we've got both grass and electric. G-Max and D-Max Venusaur. You've got Toxtricity. Honestly, some solid stuff. Rillaboom. Amazing. How nice of Niantic to provide us some counters. There's a little shiny, it's pretty cool. Absolutely. One of the quality shinies, I would say. But all the Ultra Beast shinies are actually really nice. There's only a few of them are a little bit less amazing. Have a Hundo and a shiny Heatran. There we go. Angus on for the Shundo chase. I don't know if Heatran's going to have Magma Storm in its raid rotation next. There's no word on it having its exclusive move, but of course you could just Elite TM it on. So it's not the end of the world, but it's just like you'll be raiding for them on and then have to Elite TM it on. Because Magma Storm is the move that makes Heatran insanely good. Otherwise it's very meh. Black Scorpion Lair nabbing a Shundo Fuecoco on the Comday. Nicely done through the plus. Do you know somebody in our local crew did exactly the same, which actually is absolute jokes. They're go plussing a Shundo like yourself. Congrats, that's insane. Absolutely insane, and a quality Shundo to have. Is it level 50? Is it max? Is it evolve? Where is it at? Are you keeping it as a Fuecoco? Have you got it as a Skeledirge? What do you think? But somehow go plussing a Shundo, whereas on the Comday, anybody who saw my Comday video, I had 7 Hundo checks. 2 from field research and then 1 from dotted around in the park. No Shundo. It's just the laws of RNG, isn't it? That's how it goes. We will try again on the Comday Classic. But actually, I would argue Totodile is a really solid Comday Classic to go for, because, as we know, with Legends ZA, it's one of the starters for that new ZA game, the Legends game. So very much worth grabbing yourself, hopefully a good one. Whether they give it an alternative form or whether they give it a new Mega, you can get yourself prepared nicely with it. And it does mean I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Chikorita and potentially Tepig Comday Classics this year, all leading up to Legends ZA, releasing probably November time. That is a Darumaka. That is very tempting to do. Can I reach it from here? Can I quite reach it? Yes, I can. Well, let's go. What we will do is we'll drop a random Drilbur in the spot. Help out things. What's the new bug type Pokemon called? What's it called? Sizzlipede or something like that? I don't know. It's a Galar Pokemon. There we go, Jerry's got it. Thank you, Jerry. And evolved up to Skeledirge. Nice. Black Scorpion Lair. I'd have done the same, honestly. Shundo's got to be level 50 to max and evolve and everything. Hit it with the moves. Can't trade, I'm afraid. You have to be within 100 metres of the person you're trading with, and also you have to be friends in-game with that person. Dynamax Drilbur! Or Excadrill, should I say. This is the best counter versus Raikou. Dynamax. Just make sure you got the ground moves on it. You don't want the steel moves. And it doesn't necessarily matter about the charge move, but if you're going to opt for a charge move, go for Scorching Sands. That's the best one. Alright, we'll pop that in the power spot, give it some extra boost. And... bam, not shiny. And 808. You won 823 for that Hundo. I like Darumaka. Both forms of it are very cool. I hope we see the Galarian variant sometime soon, but I'm sure that's a long way down the road. Fingers crossed. But this isn't horrendous IV, but good for a trade. It's good for a trade. Got a Hundo Darmanitan. Nice Isabel. Is it a Dynamax or the regular? The regular one. Either way, it's a fairly good budget fire type. We've got 20 minutes to go for Spotlight Hour. Already managed to pull in one shiny, which is frankly extraordinary. Is there anything interesting around? Oh, a Shadow Ralts. That is very much worth doing. But it should still be there when we finished our loop. D-Max. Oh, nice. That's a very, very solid counter. As soon as you get a Hundo Dynamax Pokemon, it's like, yeah, I'm going to work on that. Because you can use the Dynamax Pokemon in the regular format of the game. You just don't Dynamax it. So it's a bit more versatile. And that's where Niantic's stroke of genius, I have to doff my cap to them, because they found a way to, make in-person things more appealing and more viable in the game without just implementing another raid feature. Even though it sort of is, but it feels a bit different. Stop jumping! Roselia, god damn it. Got it at the doctor's. I guess that's a get well soon from Niantic, perhaps. We're good on space. Roselia is a bit of a feisty plant. Absolutely, the best of times. Did we pick up any? No, I can't even type. No Nundo, but... Oh, we do have a Hundo. Where the bloody hell was that from? Let's start before we forget. We've had a Hundo this Spotlight Hour, and a shiny. Awesome. Shame the two couldn't combine for the stream, but I'll take a Hundo. Sweet. That is very unexpected. I'll have to check how far back that is. It could have been anywhere. That was thanks to Isabel talking about her Hundo Diamanitan, because I wouldn't have bothered thinking to search for 4-star until the end of the stream if it weren't for that, so thanks. Thank you for the prompt. Oh yeah, no Shundo. Let's see. Full odds Shundo from Spotlight Hour would be insane. Not beyond the realm of reason, but very, very unlikely. Claim your Hundo. Isabel the Roselia. What's just hatched at Llamas? An Articuno. I'm so uninterested in the birds, I'm really sorry. There is something to be said for their rotation return, is if any of you out there who managed to do some of the Dynamax ones but don't have the candies or the XL candies to power up either the moves or the Pokemon itself, the raids do serve as quite a good way to get the resources, but as if you can be bothered. Personally, I'll be a little bit more excited for Tapu Koko, because I wouldn't mind a Hundo of that. Don't have a Hundo of the the Tapu Koko, the Lele, or the Bulu. We got Tapu Fini Hundo. Fun story, anybody who's newer to the channel. Scroll all the way back to Sevilla Safari Zone, 2022. I got Pokédex Hundo Tapu Fini at the City Safari. It was a Safari Zone, sorry. This is when it was a park-focused event. Absolute jokes. There's a lot of good stuff to go and re-watch if you want to have a look at some live event things from years gone by. Isabel, there you go. You can now offer them all the advice possible. Pass them the pod, pass them the channel, you know? Get them engrossed in the game as much as you can. A certain Irish man, okay. Would that be a Nexton? I have noticed he's pinged a few invites my way, but I'm like, I'm not remoting for a bit, you know? We're taking it easy for the month of March. We're taking advantage of the free-to-play aspects. And if we're going to do anything, pay-to-play, it's going to be the Dynamax. But yes, I will bear that in mind. Right, that's a Wooloo. Oh, there's a Drillbur up here. Okay, we'll do a Drillbur. 100 checks and no shiny. Ouch! So he's 5 times overdue of the odds, theoretically. My poor man. Do you know why that is? He's lining up for a shiny Galarian Zapdos. That's what I always hope. Yes. The RNG is going to line on the Galarian version rather than the Kanto. She ain't getting any more shinies. Isabel, you have to get her, or your friends, sorry, whoever they are, doing the Totodile Classic. That'll get them in the game. It's like, oh, I can get loads of shinies now. Fantastic. He's already got 2 G Zapdos. I know, but he could do with a third. He could trade it to me whenever we go, lucky friends. Oh, second shiny Roselia, and off of Incense. Let's go. 179 CP. Talking about shinies, let's go. Shiny on Incense. If there's ever a plug to drop a download to the Incensed podcast, that is it. Check it out. It's available on all podcast platforms. And we're going to be recording episode 214 tonight. 179 is PvP. Fantastic. 58.33, nicely done. I will check if that ranks anywhere on the PvP scale of things. That's wonderful. And a huge one straight away after. Wonderful. Somebody shouted out a Hundo down in Gunnersbury. There's no way to get that. Fun and games. That's the biggest Roselia we've ever seen. Yes, if there's ever a Roselia showcase. What a win. 2 shinies in a spotlight hour is actually mental. And let's keep the shiny luck going. Let's pop the Drillbur in there. Ready to go. Fantastic. Have a reverse PvP Dreepy. Nice. It's surprising how often those reverse PvP IVs come through, isn't it? Awesome. Thank you, peeps. Too kind. The shiny luck is sort of there, which is nice. Already done the command before you mentioned that. Here you go, Charlie Lewis, you're preempting everything I'm saying. Quality. What we need to see for this one is another 786 and it's a shine. Come on. Agnofleto, welcome into the stream. Hope you're having a good day. We're having a pretty good stream so far. Bam, not shiny. Oh, 756, they're going very much down the hill. It's alright, I'll trade it. Trade a bit of rubbish mons, could be worse. Could be 740 something. That is properly bad. Just how bad? There you go, 2-star. Yellow wasn't far off. Yeah, bet 760. You're actually sort of around the right ballpark. We are very much wandering. We're on foot. I don't typically like to drive around for events. Certainly not for Spotlight Hour. Fantastic. I know, but honestly, drill mechanics is not something we're short on. Ended up with Charcadet. Unfortunately, no. I wish there was some luck, but none for myself. I think we saw about 6 Charcadet hatched. Yeah, we're not talking about the 2Ks. 2Ks do not get a mention. They're just shockingly awful at the moment. I think the only time we ever really drive around for events is if it's a necessary thing for like a raid weekend, or when we do the hop on hop off bus for those big live events. Thank you very much, Agnofleto. We've actually pulled in 2 shinies tonight. 2 shiny Roselia. Pretty good wins from this one. It's a shame they were both pretty dead, but hey. Nice, Tommy. That was another XXL. Good stuff. I would say, Tommy, you can make that one a little bit of a max counter. Certainly on the higher scale of IVs, so if you're lacking on the resources, it's not a bad one to go for. Power it up. Next event. Next event starts on Thursday, which I think Ren was on the money, the 13th. 10 a.m. your local time, Shiny Brooksish. Coming off of incense more frequently, so it's a good excuse to go for a good walkabout. And honestly, it's really nice that Brooksish is finally being added as a shiny, because that thing comes off daily incense so much. So much. But with that event, I think... No, sorry, it's not that event. It's the Deep Depths that's the following week. The following week has a shiny boost for Clauncher and the introduction of Nickit, which I think is quality. And somebody's put a mill tank in, so let's try and find a blue shiny. I mean, more blue. A level 1 unknown, sure. Trying to think, how blue can we go? Unknown, that's rare. There we go. Brooks just has a beautiful shiny. It certainly makes it look a lot better than the regular one. That's for sure. And Shiny Smeargle. Yes, Angus, thank you for reminding me. Shiny Smeargle for the first time in 2 years. I don't understand why they don't just drop shiny Smeargle and have it released generally in the wild like Kecleon is. Smeargle, genuinely, just... I can't believe it's been 2 entire years since it was last available as a shiny. And before that, it's like once a year for 4 days, and you only get a certain number of snapshots per day. So your chances are super limited. Just wish they made it more readily available. Let's get these Roselia. We've only got 5 minutes to go. Good luck for the everyone, indeed. Good luck, everybody, for the shiny, ugly fish. It's one funky-ass Pokemon design, but hey, at least it can now be shiny. What's it going to cost you for an unknown V? Oh my goodness. You're going to have to ping him about that, because there's a long waiting list. There's Ian, Mark, me, at least, leaving his shiny unknown Vs. Actually, to be honest, he's chasing a Hundo Sprigatito. So if you've got a spare shiny Sprigatito, he'll have that. That's his favourite Pokemon, so he'll happily take that off your hands. My Griffin with the one shiny Smeargle. I mean, Smeargle obviously doesn't evolve, so you only really need the one, but it's whether you want to get a few more and have a better chance of it. And Smeargle has that whole, it can copy movesets, but not every single moveset. Speak of the devil, there you go. Francesco is in the chat. Here you go, Pavnoka, you can ask now. Francesco is like Beetlejuice. If we say his name 3 times, he magically appears in chat. Come on. About 90 seconds to go. A minute and a half. Minute, and then we're going to go and do a Shadow Ralts raid, because they are rare and actually bloody worthwhile doing. Mighty Quinn, any luck? Yes, we've had 2 shinies tonight. 2 shiny Roselia. One of them was a level 1 about 10-15 minutes in, and then we incensed one about 45 minutes in. So honestly, as the spot hour goes, it's been pretty solid. And a Hundo, absolutely. Come on. Enjoy your food shopping, bro. I'll see you on the podcast chatter. I think that might be it for Spotlight Hour. Come on. Then we get another spawn. I could use Spatial Rend, but I don't want to burn the resources. Not for Roselia. One final check. It ain't a shiny. I think that's it. 7 o'clock, people. Spotlight hour is very much done. So before we jump into studios, let's just total up. Hundo was bagged earlier. No Nundo, but a double shiny, which is really rather cool. Level 1. And then, well, I'll double check this and see if it's a PvP Shundo. But hey, Spotlight hour goes, that's a pretty big solid success, I would say. And now it's Burnout Orange Pass for the day. And what we need to do is put in our Kiwi Steve. And before we jump off, we will evolve the Dynamax Hundo Drillbur. It's already been level 50 at the beginning of the stream. We'll evolve it all the way up. And then I think we'll max another Curum. I'm slowly going to work on getting those Curums all up to level 50. Why the hell not? Thanks very much, peeps. Oh, Randy, lovely to see you popping in the chat. Missed the whole thing, but glad to see the success. You joined in for the highlights. Hope everything's good with you, dude. And, well, counting down the days, counting down the weeks, man, because you're off to Chile, Santiago very soon. Smash down the Rolts. Never been able to get a good IV one of these, actually, as a Shadow. I'd very much like one, or a Shadow Shiny. When it was in the Rocket Leader rotation, I completely forgot about it, so I actually didn't do anywhere as near as many as I should have. And we got 256. No idea. I think it's weather boosted. Let's see. Ticking that off. And not a Shadow Shiny. Let's find out if it's actually decent or not. Boom. Of course it jumps out. Honestly, Shadow Pokemon, why? And there's a capture.
That's so true.
It's going to be, oh my god, just awful. Why can we never get a good one? Seriously. It's just awful. Oh well, in the professor's bag you go, sunshine. Fantastic. Well, that just about wraps up tonight's stream, but before we do, there's a bit of maxing to do, or rather some evolving. Let's get this thing evolved, level 50'd, but we're going to work on the max moves this week, ahead of the weekend, where this will be the prime counter. There we go. Quality, we'll get the right move set on it as well, but let's find those Curums. Find the Curums, and we've got 2 of each now, so we need to max out a white Curum. Do we have one with a background? A couple of 98ers. We've got the Lucky from Billy the Trainer Club. We've got that one that's regular. 96er, 93er. I think we're going to have to go for the 98er. There's none of them with a background, but it's another 500,000 dust. White Curum added to the max tag. Excellent. Maxed out. That thing needs the correct tag. There we go. Slowly building up the top tier team. Right, thanks very much everybody for joining. Don't forget we are going to live stream Raid Hour tomorrow, same time slot. So come back tomorrow on the channel for the same time of day. We'll be live streaming the Raid Hour. If you want to get involved and burn some remote passes on those Kanto birds, then drop a comment over on the Fuecoco Community Day video, including your in-game name and your friend code. I'm going to go through tomorrow morning and add people from that. A couple of people have already done it, and there was really good shiny luck last week for anybody who did those Articuno, Zapdos and Moltres raids, which was awesome to see and hear. So I'll be checking those out. Hope to see you all tomorrow. And final thanks, shout out to the Mod Squad as always. You guys keep these streams rocking and rolling and are an immense help in so many ways. So I really appreciate your teamwork and support on this. And I'll see you all very soon. Do take care and have a fabulous evening.